Alright, the first one we're going to do is the 4-inch square with the elastic stitched down the middle, and it forms an even gather by stitching the elastic to it. So to do that, I have marked the center of my elastic, an 1.5 inches in because it's a 3-inch strip, and then I marked a line down the center just as a little guide for me, and I also put a dot right in the center by using my ruler to find 2 inches in on each side. So without really much else to say, we're going to move to the machine, which is set at 3-inch stitch length, or 3-inch, I always say that, a 3 stitch length, and I've got my needle centered, and the elastic is going to do all of the work here. So I'm going to line it up, centered on my little line, but I made it a little bit longer because I want the elastic to be able to hang off the end just because it's going to be easier to grab. So we're going to have it like that. Stitch it, or stick it right in there, make sure it's well under the needle. Lower your needle and do 1 forward stitch, maybe 2, and a back stitch before we do anything. Now we're going to pull, and the needle's already in there and it's good and secure, and so now we're going to let it do its work. Now the reason we did the dot here and the dot here is because if I pull all the way to the end, my dots aren't going to line up, and so my gather's not going to be even. If I know exactly that I want my gather to become 3 inches and that I want it to be even, I need to line up my centers dots so that they will line up and so that everything will be even. So I've got that lined up, I've got my needle ready to roll, and there is a lot of tension on the needle. It is going to do a lot of work, so be good to it and let it stitch. And those feed dogs are just going to pull it through. Okay, and then just let it rest in the center. Take a deep breath, and then grab your elastic again and pull it about 1/4 inch off the edge so that you have something to hold on to when we're finishing up. Okay, and then stitch the rest of the way following that center line. Try to keep your fabric flat as you go, and you're going to lose it eventually. And now do a back stitch to secure it. Release it and admire your handiwork. Nice and even with some good elastic to it, and we can trim these edges off to make it pretty, but that is going to be how to stitch elastic to fabric.